This is the Brick Commentary Central. You're listening to the BCC Podcast. It is Thursday, February 19th of 2026, and you're listening to episode 467 of the BCC Podcast. I'm LQ, and joining me today is Maluris.
I have a really good intro lined up, but we're gonna have to wait till next week.
Why?
Because I'm not fresh enough on it, you know? You gotta hear it once, and it's just like, then it starts clicking, and then you can go for it. If I remember to do it, which, you know.
Okay. Also, Ford.
Good evening, everybody. You see, it could just be simple. You could just say that and just move on with your life instead of trying to come up with these cockamamie stories about how to start the podcast.
See, I had a cockamamie story once during the podcast. I was eating this pie.
What?
Yeah?
We weren't allowed to eat back in the day on the
You're
podcast.
still not allowed to eat on the
I'm
podcast.
listening.
Yeah, you know, back in the day, we couldn't eat during the podcast. It's crazy.
Here's the thing. What if I have a really good cheese that I have to enjoy right now, but right now is also the podcast? I want that cheese.
Why do you have to enjoy it right now?
If I don't enjoy it right now, I'm not going to enjoy it right now.
It's true.
It has to happen right now.
Yeah.
It's like perfect looking, okay? I gotta eat this cheese.
Dude, cheese sounds pretty
Is this
good,
what
man.
happens when you like try and sit down for work?
Sometimes, yes.
Me choosing the piece of cheese instead of paying my bills.
All right. Well, this week we had some sets drop, none of which I particularly care about, except for one, which is the final Ninjago Legacy set. Remember how the rumors were being the X1 Ninja Charger, and that seemed really outlandish?
But apparently not.
Yeah, apparently that wasn't it. It was more outlandish. Because this is $90. This is the second time they've remade this set. Every time it's went up by $40.
This is the same set as before.
I feel like, you know what this is? This is like the new model of the same car, like, make and model. It's like the new year for it, and they upcharge every single year. This is what it is. This is like Lego's, the Lego
Honda Accord.
Ninjago car. You know what I'm saying? This is the Lego Ninjago, like, sedan model or something like that.
Yeah. The thing is, it doesn't even look like the previous X1 Charger at all.
Now, hear me out. What if this is just a different car?
Nope, it's called the Ninja X1 Charger.
What if that's just a nickname for the ninja who drives the car?
Kai?
Yeah. What if they call him the Ninja X1 Charger whenever
So
he's
I'm
driving?
gonna put over below the Legacy version of the original Legacy version of the X1 Charger. For one, they still don't really have the same type of vibes.
Fire car.
Okay, yeah. But no.
But it also has the
What's the car look
ridiculous,
like in
like,
the TV
rocket
show,
launcher
though?
thing.
Yeah, which the original one did have, but different. Now, apparently people really hate that Legacy one. I got it for like $20 on Facebook Marketplace, and I felt okay with my purchase, honestly, but...
I do like the attention. I don't know if it's in the newer versions, but like the interior, that's cool on the original one.
Yeah, here, let me pull up the original. If we can get room for them all here.
No.
Not exactly. Gonna have to make them smaller. There, okay. So yeah, in the bottom right, there's the original. Top right, legacy version. Top left, the legacy version again.
I
You
feel like
think,
I'm just looking at the Camaro through the years. You know what I'm saying?
you think
No.
with the
You don't know what
legacy,
you guys don't know like the look of the Chevy Camaro
Not really.
yes,
or like a Mustang or like
yes,
anything at
yes,
all.
I
yes,
didn't
you,
think it turned into an F1.
Y'all don't know like basic American made cars?
Not really. I work in the auto industry, by the way.
You should probably know.
Well, let's go over some statistics here. So the first one was a $40 set, coming in at 426 pieces, with 3 minifigures and a little drone. That's not bad.
Okay.
This still wasn't the best set of that wave, but
the
also
front is bad.
yeah, I bet the price isn't bad.
Not the price, the front.
The front looks fine.
No, the front looks bad.
Those are Bionicle pieces, Kevin. They're always good looking. If you want, I have them right over on that set. You can take a look.
It looks pretty bad for me.
So then we have the Legacy version, which was not part of the original Legacy Wave, mind you. This is part of the 10th anniversary Legacy Wave.
Oh, the legacy version's interior is worse.
Yeah, it is.
Ah,
The Legacy version also, like in the original version, that engine pops up and then is like a gun.
ooh.
The Legacy version just has it as a gun by default.
As a gun, and it just doesn't work.
So then, yeah, we have for $50. So that's only actually $10 more. I guess I exaggerate on the price. Yes, $10 more for 599 pieces. It didn't look as good in my opinion. It felt much more generic, and the motorcycle also wasn't as good. But you did get 5 minifigures with it, including Golden Coal.
Mm-hmm. I do think that like you remove the missile thing, and it's pretty close to great.
Except it
Right.
doesn't have the engine.
Yeah,
the
but like, do you need
interior's
it? You
bad.
got so much going on already.
The engine's
original
an
seats
important
look
part.
better somehow.
Also, the motorcycle's way worse than the Legacy version. I'm gonna try and find an image. Yeah.
Wait, the motorcycle's in the car?
Yeah.
Huh. Who knew?
So, yeah, let me clear up some space here. So, here's the original motorcycle look. Yeah, that's the whole thing for this car, is it's a motorcycle that comes out of the car.
I thought it was just because it was Kai. I didn't like cars.
You know, I don't know how many, like, I think this is the only actual car Kai has ever had.
Yeah, he bought this one with money.
I'm not counting 4+ sets, so if there was one of those, not counting it.
No, this one's like the canonical car he got.
So, yeah, this one, the function is pretty seamlessly integrated. However, the new Legacy one, not so much.
No, it looked terrible. Ah,
Yeah, there's a lot more just exposed Technic.
wow.
And the back of the motorcycle is awful. The shape of it is just awful.
Yikes.
So, to me, this is a very clear downgrade.
Mm.
That barely even looks like a motorcycle.
Yeah.
So,
I think this one, it would have been better off as just like, I don't know, like a sports car type of thing, and getting rid of the motorcycle entirely.
yeah, but then it would
We
even
can't have
be
that.
less of a remake.
But then it would be less of a remake. Exactly.
So, strangely, for the new one, they don't have a picture of the motorcycle coming out of it directly, but we've got a picture of the car open in the front, which, to be fair, looks fine. Looks massive, though. And the motorcycle does look good in this one. I'll give it that.
Ah, some motorcycle.
And this
That-
probably
Okay.
It's different, but it's not bad.
It kind of gives me the Blade Cycle vibes. A little bit. Not
yeah.
very much, but a
I
little
see
bit.
what you mean.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, like, it's not that like this looks bad exactly, but it's over twice the price of the original, and it doesn't really have the spirit of it. If anything, it looks more like Lloyd's car from Sons of Garmadon.
Mhm. No, it looks exactly like that.
I think, honestly, I probably
Now you
would
mention
have
it.
be better with it. Also, that's supposed to be Cryptor, apparently.
What's wrong with it?
Does that look like Cryptor to you?
I don't remember what Cryptor's supposed to look like. I don't know.
Okay.
Where's his funky looking like shoulder pads?
Yeah, that's the thing.
That
Also,
look like
you
the
know,
arc reactor.
Is that it?
I don't know.
Also,
Maybe I'm
that's the
misremembering.
same mold for the Ninjroid hood. We still have it all these years later. It's survived every other hood. But yeah, here's how Cryptor looked.
And
That just
I
looks like a
guess-
generic Ninjroid.
Huh.
Hey
Did
guys,
they
we're doing
just-
Legacy again. Oh, how many Ninjroids are there gonna be? One. Just one? Just one.
Just enough to keep the mold going.
Just enough to keep it going. Are we gonna use it for anything else? Nah.
No.
So yeah, and those are the only two minifigures, by the way. I'm kidding. There's one more. And it's actually the only reason to buy this set, unfortunately.
Hence why the set was made.
Yeah.
What?
Which is because we have the last of the original Elemental Masters.
Who's that?
This is Dusk, the original Master of Shadow.
Great.
Dusk Before Dawn?
Cool.
Is Dawn the next one?
Let me get a picture of her from the show. This is probably the strangest one, but also I don't know what other old Elemental Master would have been better.
Not big on the hairpiece they chose.
Yeah, there's... I don't...
Does the original part exist in that color?
It doesn't even exist. Period.
Ew. Gross.
So they didn't have much of a
Yeah.
choice. Well, okay, it did exist once. It was for the Pretzel Girl.
Huh?
Oh, that's even worse.
So...
If you know the deep lore behind that one, it's even worse.
So, obviously, that would have been a hard sell. And to be fair, the piece they chose does look close. It does get the job done.
It gets the job done. It's just.
And there is leg printing, too. And, like, the print is super accurate. So that looks good. In the show, there's some promotional media. I'm trying to figure out where this one actually came from. I feel like the hair is definitely supposed to be black in the show. But I can see from the shot they're actually in the show, not from promotional material. It could be interpreted as brown, I suppose.
Probably in a sepia color, though. For the
Yeah.
flashback.
Yeah, definitely, because if you look at, for example, this image from Crystallize, as a promo image, it was definitely black then. I do wonder what went into that, because obviously they were looking very close to get the print right.
Only went back to that episode, I see.
I think they did just go back to the episode, but you know what? She has so little screen time, it's passable. And like I said, the print, that's probably the more important part, and that's done really well. So now, you only have a few of the Elemental Masters left that haven't been made. One of them is the Gravity guy back there. Trying to find...
It's gonna be hard reintroducing that hair, or the
Yeah,
headpiece
the
there.
Roman helmet, or Centurion
Yeah.
helmet. Yeah, that's
yeah.
a big problem, which makes him less...
We could do the
like-
Fez. We
Yeah,
could do the Fez.
The Gravity,
but-
he'd actually be super easy.
Yeah.
In fact, they should have just done him.
Yeah, that's sound. So. Yeah, I'm trying to. Yeah, the Elemental Alliance. Here we are. Seeing who we've gotten. This is because they have the comic now. We actually have some confirmation. You remember this guy? Let me get a picture up.
Let's see it.
You remember this guy? I'll clear out the rest behind him.
No, but I'm sure you're gonna remind me who he is.
No, he's only in one scene, and no one knew what he was. I'm pretty sure originally he was meant to be the Master of Lightning.
Oh.
But
Dickens.
they went a different direction. Comes Skybound in Hands of Time.
Right.
So now they have changed it so he is the Master of Form.
Okay.
And his name is Leo.
Okay.
After our very own.
I'll buy that.
Yeah, that's fine.
He has like Thorin Oakenshield's hairpiece, so not to mention like he had so little screen time that no one even knew what element he was, including
they could probably they'll probably replace it with like the Aquaman hairpiece. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and I think that would be fine.
Yeah,
I would
like the one they use for Thor or something like that. If that's still around.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it should. So yeah, we still
the one.
need him, the Master of Sound, the Master of Gravity, which apparently his name is Levi. All these people have names for the first time ever because they're in a comic book. Yeah, Levi is going to be the hardest one to get at this point. I feel like Dusk was actually the second hardest, though. Considering, her hairpieces are tired.
So they just create a new fake helmet that's not Roman.
That's probably what they would do, is just put a new helmet piece on him. His design was pretty weird. I wonder... Let me bring up the picture of Levi here.
Who came up with that, Like, it's just...
Well, most of these are mixes of, like, prints from other themes. A lot of them Lord of the Rings. I want to see in his trivia section... Oh. So apparently he uses the Gandalf face from Lord of the Rings, but in yellow.
That is interesting.
And some of Kai ZX torso design, is that really true? Yeah, it is true. Okay, the top part is the same as Kai ZX, but then he has like some different bottom part. So either you gotta give us him without the helmet and just give him like a hairpiece, or change the helmet. I'm not sure which one would be better, to be honest.
The helmet is kind of ugly.
They'd probably have to change it for something else if they're gonna make this. But if this is the last set...
Well, him, like I said, then there's also the Master of Sound, which that should be super easy.
Yeah, but if they're not planning on making anymore, then...
Who knows? I mean, obviously this is made for that wave, but also they've given us this many. If they sell these sets, why not give us more, There's definitely a good chance. And so, yeah, these are the three that have appeared in the show. Apparently there's one in the comics too, but I'm not going to count her because she didn't have the show appearance. So yeah, these are the only three that we don't have. Two of them...
like I know they're planning on making more legacy sets.
Are they? I've not heard confirmation of that.
Like I think they're doing the Ultra Dragon again, aren't they?
Oh, that's a whole thing with the leaked set list. That is apparently not under Legacy, but Legends.
Oh. Never mind.
See, I don't know what's up with that. We'll have to see what happens when the rest of the Summer Wave's revealed.
Okay. That's annoying.
So yeah, I'm not buying this car for $90.
What?
I'll spend $30 on the minifigure before I spend $90 on this car.
Well, I don't want to pay exorbitant prices for cars either, but hey, I gotta get around.
Hey, I got my car fixed today. I'm good.
You need to get a new car, man.
No, not necessarily. I am a middle
The
class...
exhaust pipe came off.
Ford, that happens all the time in the middle class.
No, it doesn't.
Yes, it does. Doesn't it, Kevin?
It happens to me every day. I have to paste it back on with like a little bit more.
Why does it happen to you every day?
Because the paste comes loose from all the exhaust heating it up.
What is wrong with you
No.
people?
No, yeah, that's how you live in the Midwest. Your bottom of your car rusts out and you keep repairing it. You can't just buy a new car all the time. There's no money for that.
I'm aware of that. I'm aware that nobody has any money to buy a new car just outright. I myself don't have enough money to buy a new car outright. But like,
You did buy a new car.
Yeah.
yeah, after mine got in a wreck.
Yeah, I bought a used car when mine got in the wreck.
I don't understand what point you're trying to make here.
My point is, when you buy a car, you run it into the ground to save money.
Okay, I think yours has been sufficiently run into the ground. The brakes exploded on my wedding day.
No, Ford, this is not running car into the ground. If you think this is bad, she's my brother's cars.
Did you miss the explosion part of my story?
That wasn't
Yeah.
like from it being old. Those are actually new brakes. I had just replaced that disc.
Apparently not very well.
I'm pretty sure it's defective.
No kidding.
But yeah, either way, that didn't have anything to do with the age of the car.
How's your AC doing?
Not great, but I do think I found out the issue. So, it turns out this particular model has an issue where it starts to, like, burn on the connector between the AC control unit and the module itself. So I think if I can go in there, I can re-splice the wires and bypass the connection circuit. And
Are you
I'm able
certain
to
it's
fix it.
not time to start looking for a new model?
Why would
Not
I if I
a
can
new
fix it?
car, but like... Okay, but, you know, some of these fixes aren't gonna hold, you know, for a while. And it's...
Ford, that's the point that we're trying to make. You fix the car till it can't be fixed no more. Then you buy
Okay,
the new
but I
car.
think you're quickly getting to that point, and I think you should start looking at other options.
I've looked at other options and then determined that we can't continue living life and buy a new car right now.
I'm not telling you to buy a new car.
I mean a
telling
new
you to
used
buy
car.
A new used car.
Keep in mind also, I am likely never to buy a brand new car in my life.
Nobody in our generation is. We're all poor.
But you did!
Untrue. In fact, of the three
How many
people
cars in your
among us-
garage were bought new, Ford?
Well, technically mine wasn't new per se.
What was it?
It's 2020.
No, new means not pre-owned.
Oh, okay.
Not a used. a
But
new.
that's because I got a settlement that, you know, that replaces you with a new car.
Well, was your car before pre-owned?
No.
That's why. Like,
But also, I didn't buy that car.
Okay, fair enough.
I
fair
didn't
enough.
buy
I
that
see your
car.
point.
I didn't completely buy that car. I provided at least half. In fact, I don't even think I did half.
Fair. I see your point.
So don't go trying to label me as some like spoiled rich kid, and you know, let me be.
Ford. we're
Wait,
not trying
Ford,
to
wait.
label you.
Okay, I get what you're saying, sort of, but I think you worked against your own point there, because you just said someone else paid for your car.
For the first one that got wrecked.
Yes!
The one that you wrecked.
You know how
But
much
I
money
paid
other
for
people put
half
towards
of it.
my car?
You
Nothing.
mean your used car?
Yeah. I had to pay for that all out of my own pocket. Which is fine if you have, Phil. I'm not saying there's an issue with that. I'm just putting it in perspective. The reason I don't buy a new car right away. I do all my own repairs whenever I can. Not this one because it involved welding, but
Okay, but isn't it getting kind of tiring?
That's just a fact of life. You're a man, you work on your car.
Okay.
Ford,
I'm just
when I
thinking,
need
you
new
know, you're
tires, do I
married.
need
I
to...
figured you want to be doing other things than working with your car.
That's part of being a man, is working with your car. You mow the lawn, you work with your car, you fix stuff. You never, ever call a contractor.
You beat the crap out of your wife? Like, be a man, Ford.
Not that.
What would you know about beating the crap out of your wife, Kevin? You don't have one.
Exactly.
But no, my car is in. It can get another 100,000 miles out of it, probably.
How many miles does it have on it now?
158.
So, wait, it has 158,000 miles on it,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And everything's fallen off it.
No, just the exhaust is rusted out because we live in the
And
Midwest.
the brakes.
Those were new
And
brakes.
the brakes.
Ford, you know you're supposed
And
to
the
replace your
AC.
brakes, right?
Yes, I'm aware.
Yes, the AC is a problem. I am trying to fix that.
I'm just saying, if it were me and I had all these problems, I'd cut my losses and get myself a new pre-owned something or other.
Here's the thing. Besides the brake, which the brakes would...
I'd get something at least
If
like a
the
model
brakes
year
had broken
newer.
at home, that would have only cost me $200 to fix myself, because I could have fixed it myself. The reason it cost me $1,800 is because that mechanic ripped me off, and I didn't have a choice.
Okay, but why put yourself in the position to be ripped off by a mechanic when you can
Ford,
just get
the brakes
another
breaking had
vehicle
nothing to
and
do
get rid
with
of the other one?
the brakes breaking had nothing to do with the car being old. Those were new brakes.
I'm aware, but it's not the problem of the car being old. It's a problem with the car being a financial problem for
But
you.
That's that problem.
And also a time sink.
That problem would not have been solved by a new car. The most expensive problem with it had nothing to do with the car being older. My car's not even that old. It's only a 12-year-old car,
I'm not
too.
saying it's a problem with the age of the car. I'm saying it's got so much wear and tear on it, and it's costing you so much time and effort and money. Why not just get rid of it and get yourself something that's not going to give you as much of a headache?
It cost me $120.
If I had this kind of car, I'd beg somebody to take it off my hands.
Ford, it only cost me $120
For the car?
for the repair I needed.
Okay, but if you had a car where you didn't need that repair, you'd have $120 in the bank.
And
Do you see what I'm trying to say? Like,
I know I wouldn't. Minus 15 grand.
Here's the thing. Okay, but you know what a car payment is like these days?
yeah, I've actually paid one already.
Exactly. So, what? And the interest rates are up now, too. Or they were when I got mine. So, you're paying $300 a month just to own the car versus $120 to fix the car a little bit every once in a while. Like, you know?
That is true also. After 5 years, I did pay off this car.
Rookie numbers.
So you're still bidding back up then, okay.
But anyway, yeah, the cost of ownership for the car is not exceeding the cost of ownership for a new car at this time. And it's not falling apart either. Again, this is just what happens in the Midwest to exhaust systems. You have salt.
I don't know many people who have a brake explode on them.
Ford, that was a defective part. That literally had nothing to do with the age of the car. That could have been a brand new car because it literally was a brand new rotor. It had nothing to do with the age of the car. In fact, it was because the part was newer that it broke. You see what I'm saying?
I'm not okay. I feel like you're confusing my argument. I'm not making the argument that new equals good. I'm not that stupid.
But I'm
Um, like what I'm trying to tell you is that you're putting all this time and effort into what is essentially a junker.
you
Why
do
are
not.
you
That
doing
is
that?
not a
No.
junker. you, you want? I can show you some people driving junkers.
Like it's got so much damage and it's causing you such a headache. Why don't you just get rid of the dang thing
Because
and
it
get
doesn't have
yourself something else?
that much damage, and it's cheaper to keep this car than to get a new car. If I want to keep supporting my family on a single income, I gotta make do with what I have.
Okay. I mean, if you're into it, okay, but
How much time and money do you think I'm spending on this car?
it sounds like you're spending quite a bit of money on this car, and you're spending a lot of time because you just told me that the things that a man does in a day, and I'm assuming that this is what you do in a day, is you work on your car, you mow the lawn, you work on your car, you hug your wife, you work on your car. Why are you working on your car 3 times a day?
I didn't say 3 times a day. I said you do normal things. You change the headlights, you change out the brakes yourself.
Okay, but you didn't list those. You said work on your car. Why are you working on your car so much? You shouldn't be working on your car this much. It should be running rather smoothly.
You should see what my brothers do as compared to me. And no, it doesn't run smoothly because it's not a brand new car. I save money by doing things myself. That way, I don't need extra income.
So you're doing these things yourself, and it's still not running smoothly, even for how it is.
No, it's running pretty okay now.
Okay, but now you see that's different. Okay, now you're saying that it is running smoothly, but before you said it wasn't.
Yeah, that's why I got it fixed.
Okay, you're giving me a headache. We got to talk about something
Here's
else.
the flowchart. Car working okay, do nothing. Car broken, get car fixed.
Okay, I'm glad we can agree on that one. But here's the thing: if your car keeps breaking, why do you?
It's expected you
Why do you
have at
keep it?
least 2 or 3, maybe 4 repairs on a car a year.
Okay, yeah, I would say that's about normal.
Mm-hmm. So you take a Saturday and you
if
fix it.
If your car is getting up there in age, I get that.
And when you see, again, the brake thing, let's forget about that because that was a freak thing. It was a new part. It shouldn't have happened. It also would have cost me almost nothing. I could have fixed on my own if I was home. Like, there actually would have been an extremely simple repair to do at home, but I wasn't at home. So,
Yeah.
that was just bad luck. Kevin, I told you not to post
Stop
gifts in
posting
the
cars
on.
me.
This is on air.
Oh, okay,
You're on
fine.
air,
Okay,
so
never
it's
mind.
Okay.
That's the better chat, but still, why are you posting gifts of Mater cups?
Because don't you remember? You was there too. Well, it started with the thing, then there was a lot of damage. Now it's just Vader.
Okay.
Cool.
So anyway, here's why I won't buy this new car. It's $90, and there's only 2 exclusive minifigures, only 3 minifigures overall.
Here's why I'm not buying a new car. It's expensive, and I don't like it.
Yeah.
That's the same reason I don't buy new cars.
So I
too.
honestly am thinking that I'm just gonna buy the minifigure secondhand and figure out some way also to rebuild the stand because this is ridiculous, and they know they're
Good
trying
luck
to
with
sell
that.
it. It's gonna be like
Good luck with
$30, I know. Though also like the blacksmith shop minifigures are going for 10 to 20.
Yikes.
No, that's pretty good.
Okay.
For like an exclusive minifigure, that's a very good price.
I hate minifig speculators, man. I really do.
What do you mean for?
Like, just the tendency to price the collection of minifigures in a set to be more expensive than just buying the set itself. I hate that.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of
I
do
get
too,
why they
but
do it.
I
I get
blame
why they do
Lego
it.
for doing it.
What's that?
I blame Lego for it though, because the way that
Oh,
they distribute
absolutely,
the
yes.
minifigures in the sets is just kind of scummy, honestly.
Uh-huh. And also putting, that exclusivity just like, artificially inflating
Mm-hmm.
you
I
know,
don't
prices and
think the
everything.
Cryptor in this set is going to go for that much.
But then, like, it's also kind of on us, right? Like, we're kind of suckers. They keep increasing these prices, knowing that we're going to get these sets just for the minifigures, and then people are going to buy these just for the minifigures
That's
and
the neat
inflate those
part.
prices even further.
I'm not going to get it.
What's that?
That's the neat part. I'm not going to get
But
it.
your
Yeah, but you're
purchase
still
of
going
a
to get
minifigure
you're still
encourages
getting the
someone
minifigure,
else.
so you're still incentivizing this practice one way or the
Right.
other.
True, just less.
You're damned if you do, damned if you don't.
See, it's an infinite money cycle. Lego makes a thing so that some scalper buys it, and that scalper charges more for the minifigure. You buy
yeah,
the
I get
minifigure
it,
to try and
And
save
then
money.
and then some sap named Liam who really wants Dusk, the master of shadow darkness,
Yes.
Something like
and
that.
buys that, and then he gets it, and they make a profit.
Yeah, and that's true.
Everybody loses.
But you gotta admit, also, I'm in too deep at this point.
But are you going to
Me
get the
when
stand?
I'm gambling.
So there's a couple of different options.
Are you going to get the stand
There.
for Dusk?
So for one, there's probably gonna be a lot of those little printed tiles available around because people just selling off the minifigures and not with the stand. So I can just order one of those on Bricklink, and most of the rest of the little stand, let me see if I can get a picture of it, is pretty common pieces. Yeah, there you go.
Okay. Yeah.
So, yeah.
You probably have them already.
Yeah, I probably have a lot of these already. The thing is, I'm also considering the same thing about the Titan mech. To a lesser degree, I'm thinking about getting this one. I mean, it's an okay set, but I also think it's inferior to the original. I've seen some side-by-side comparisons, and the original just looks better. Only thing this has going for is the knees. The wings aren't as cool. The head's not as cool. It has unnecessary bulk to it. This has two minifigures again, though. This one I do kind of want more so that blue guy down there, because he's a character we haven't got. And I do want the Master of Ice.
But what if you got this set and you took the legs off of this one, put it on the old one so that it had knees, and called it a day?
That's the unfortunate part. The builds are not as compatible at all.
I'm aware. I'm sure you could make it work, though.
Now, it would have actually been really good, and I would have actually bought it up if they tried to match the original very closely, but just add more articulation.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been great.
Like with the wings.
Yeah.
It should have had wings.
Yeah, it should have had the transparent wings. That's the coolest part of that original set. And I'm kind of sad that the other Titan mechs don't have, those cool flourishes to them.
It
I'm
does have
just saying, though,
transparent
it wouldn't be
wings.
too
You can't see
difficult
any
to put them in.
wings.
So, I actually have
They're
to
so
do something.
transparent.
Unfortunately, the original Lloyd's Titan mech has a big issue with the bricks yellowing right now, so I've got to try and retro bright them.
Oh, have fun with that. That's not a fun process.
It doesn't look too difficult.
You just got to be careful.
Yeah.
Don't do it with any stickered parts.
Yeah, I figured that much.
Or printed parts.
I don't think there are any printed parts on it, but
I don't know. I don't have that set.
I'm not sure. I haven't heard if it does bad things to printing.
I think it's more of an exposure thing. Like, you have to make sure it's not overexposed to this stuff. Otherwise, even the printing is going to start
I've seen a lot of people doing
going
this
up.
where they actually submerge them in the hydrogen peroxide.
Yeah.
And I don't think you need to do that, because I've seen retro writing for video game systems, and they usually put it above the hydrogen peroxide, just dab a little on it.
Okay.
I'm gonna
you
try
can,
that
Q-tip
method.
it, maybe.
Yeah, and then you have the vapors from it. You also don't need direct sunlight. People are finding. People thought it was the UV that did it, but a lot of people found it's really just the heat.
Yeah, Hasbro had this problem a few years back. During COVID, they switched to a different plastic supplier, and because they did that, all their grays or whites just like immediately yellowed, like even in the package.
I would like if Lego
Um,
could fix this issue of the
and
yellow.
it's because of the heat.
No, the heat for the retro brighting. Like, the heat is what you need. That's why I said out in the
Yeah,
sun. People thought it needs the UV lights, and that's why some people like did it with UV
no,
lights
it's the
inside.
heat. It
Yeah,
bakes
it's
it.
the heat. So I don't
Yeah,
think I need to
yeah,
fully submerge them. I might put like a printed piece that I don't need inside of it just to test what it does to it at the same time.
yeah. I would just
Wait, we have
test it out
someone
first
saying in
and
chat
see.
also saying she's the master of smoke. Let me confirm this. Because I don't think that is correct. Nope, Dusk is the master of shadow. There was no master of smoke in the Elemental Alliance.
Whoa,
So yeah, I'm going
I
back and
didn't
forth. Because
realize that
again,
actually.
I like mechs. This is not at all a bad mech. It's just inferior, and I don't feel like I'd miss it if I didn't have it. So I might see how much the minifigures go on the secondhand market. Save a little bit of space and money. We'll see. This one is a little bit more tricky because there are two minifigures I like in it, as opposed to just one. Alright, well, we have time left, so we're going to work on something that I put together here.
Oh, no.
What, Kevin? You love these things.
I just didn't think we had time left.
What do you mean you didn't think we have time left? We still got a whole 20-something minute.
No way. 10 minutes.
So, Legacy has had
tops.
varying quality. Let's make a tier list. However, these tiers, they're not going to do. Because there's different types of Legacy sets. There you have the remakes of the original into something better. You have the reimaginings, and you just have things. So
here's the thing.
So we can't really rank them all by the same criteria is the problem. I think we need to put a few different tiers in here.
F tier.
Great original set. And then
Bad original set.
we need, great remake. Then we'll just have a tier for mid. I'd say mid could be both. No, actually, this will be good set, bad remake. Mid, bad remake, bad set. And the worst you can be for Legacy, bad original.
There's an original.
These seem like good tiers to you guys?
Ford.
I think so.
I have no opinion, so let's get to it.
Yeah, we'll do that mid original. That makes sense. Okay. Alright. So, I tried to pull all of them here. If we missed any, let me know. Let's start with the coal car. I didn't include a polybag because it's actually a remake. I would say this is a good remake.
I can't. What's it look like?
Kevin, you have a computer in front of you. Pull up brick set.
Okay, coal car. Look up coal car. The first thing I see is coal car.
Yeah, this is the 2026.
Coal Motor City. Yes, great remake.
What? It's in Rise of the Snakes. I actually don't know what it was called in the original. That's the new one. Yeah, that's the current one.
What's the old one look like then? How you tell?
I'm trying to find it. I'm trying to find it.
Because this sucks. I mean, it's okay for a tiny car, but it's a tiny car. What can I say?
So yeah, this is a 2012 polybag, sorry.
Oh, it's a polybag?
Yeah, it's a polybag.
No wonder.
Brickset thinks I'm an AI, which is also stupid that they are so afraid of AI. So you know how Brickset's like a source of information that AI would actually be really helpful on? To be able to sort through data.
Do that. Come back.
Almost got it. Oh, it was just called Car originally.
Oh, that's
Nice.
a terrible polybag. It's even worse than this thing.
Okay, so wait a minute. Where did it save that image? I just downloaded it.
It's right
Yeah,
there.
it should be there. Okay. This is before Lego had images up of everything, so it's just a weird scan, but yeah, there's the original car. Here's Cole's new car remake.
Oh, you got new tires.
Yeah, I think this is a fantastic remake.
He got tires.
I think it's a fantastic
Realizing.
remake. It really captures the spirit of original while improving on it. I'd say this is a great remake, actually. Yes, it's small, but also these are both polybags, which mean obtaining them was about the same difficulty.
Can we add a bad set, good remake tier?
No!
Because that's where this goes.
What? No! This is a good polybag. What are you talking
It's
about?
not a set. It's a so therefore bad set.
It doesn't say set here. It just says great remake.
Gosh dang it.
So it counts.
Ugh.
You agree with that, For? This is a good remake?
Yes.
Okay, let's move on to the Samurai X mech.
Oh, this one's an easy improvement.
What? Wait, are you serious?
Maybe.
Um,
The original one sucked.
wait, the original Samurai X mech?
Yeah, the first one.
No, well, that's a great set.
No,
that's a class.
that's-
That's the grandfather of all modern Ninjago mechs.
Yeah, but it sucked. So, like...
What makes you say that the original Samurai X mech sucked?
It was so bulky and bad.
There's so many Samurai X mechs. Okay, yeah. Here we go. This
Look
was
at that
not.
thing.
This is a good mech.
Nah.
Okay, which one are we talking about?
There we go. The original Samurai X mech.
Ah, classic.
Yeah.
Classic.
Classic doesn't mean good in this case.
What's wrong with it?
It's just...
It's
too
better
big.
than anything Exoforce did.
Hey, you take that back. Take that back right now. That helmet is too big.
This set kept the
proportionally.
railroad bumper alive.
The trades fans are eating this one up.
But no, like, it's not even overly bulky or anything.
No, that helmet is pretty bad.
It's literally the cockpit.
Yeah. Doesn't have to be that big.
They're bigger ones. Also, it's supposed to look like a samurai helmet.
Yeah, you can have a samurai helmet that's not that big.
No.
In fact, they do that later.
Okay. No, they don't, actually.
I'd say in this one.
So yeah, here's the remake version of it. This is a weird one where it's not attempting to improve on it, but being something of a reimagining of it as well. It's unclear what they were going for here.
What's the mech look like? I know the mech looks way more like the original in the show, probably, but...
Yeah, like, exactly like that in the show.
But,
There, let me get you a picture of it. Wow, Ninjago Wiki, Samurai Mick.
Yeah, does look like the original set, in fact. So, what's up with the legacy here?
That's what I mean. It's, yeah, let me bring up the image of it in the show. This is technically not its first appearance either. This is in Hands of Time, but still, close enough. This one has two cannons, though. That's interesting.
All the firepower.
So, yeah, now, there's a small set. It's not like the Samurai X mech was awful. I think that Nia that came with it might have also been exclusive to it. Yeah, this Nia was only in one set. And it came in at $15 for 154 pieces, so not bad. This one actually does have the two cannons, interestingly. But it's like, it's anything of value added. I would probably put this in good set, bad remake. What do you think, Ford?
I think so, yeah. It's not like offensively bad, but it's just it doesn't hold a candle.
Nope, not at all.
It doesn't have that size, you know, like the imposing like nature of the Samurai X mech just isn't really captured here.
Big Yoshi.
Let's go over to the Golden Dragon. So this one is an interesting one, as it's another one that scales down the set. The original Golden Dragon is not like one of the best dragons ever. It is a little bit clunky.
A little chintzy. Yeah.
Not bad at all, though, either. But I'm also not sure the... Oops. Do I have an undo button? Yeah. So yeah, here is the original. I'm just going to crop out the Stone Warriors so you don't need them taking up screen. You bought this for the Lloyd. That's the reason you bought it.
I don't know. I like the Stone Warrior guy with that big helmet. Not with the stupid rice hat. Screw that guy.
So I'm trying to remember the price.
$30.
Where do you see that?
I just saw.
Yeah, $30 for 250 piece. So it wasn't a great price per piece, but you had that huge molded head, and you also had the Golden Lloyd with it. So, and it is a show accurate Golden Lloyd. Bringing in the Legacy Golden Dragon, it is much smaller, though the size might be able to be argued is a little bit closer to the show. And it also came with an Overlord figure, so that it actually does have that going for it.
Better value.
The wings are kind of stiff, though. The Golden Lloyd in this one looks nothing like the Golden Lloyd in the show. Though he's not a bad figure on his own. This is $20 for 171 pieces. This is harder than I thought it would be, actually. Like, I feel like there are pros and cons to both.
I feel like the Legacy version, I feel like that one has a better form factor.
It's
but it doesn't have this size.
It's really
And I
awkward
think
to
you really
pose
need to-
in person, too.
Is it?
Yeah.
And why do you think that is?
Because you can't put the wings in many directions. The feet don't work very well. Look closely at those feet. Let me enlarge for you.
Yes, thank you.
Kowalski enhance.
They're not actual feet.
They're not actual feet. Okay, never mind. I think I gotta give it to the original.
I was
on
gonna
this
say
one.
at
This
first,
is not a very
looking at
good
the
remake.
original, it's
I
like
say
it's too
it
gold.
coming with the
but
Overlord's good, even though the Overlord has some issues having gold on him. But you know what? We're not gonna complain that much. It is still a nice figure.
Mm-hmm.
The Lloyd figure is definitely the better one in the original, though. It's a hard choice. Like, I almost feel they're about equal, but the fact that it doesn't outdo the original, does that justify its existence?
I think it justifies its existence.
So is it a good set, bad remake? Because I don't know it's necessarily a bad remake either. Or do we need to add another category for
I wouldn't
mid-remake?
even really say it's a good set.
mid
Like,
remake,
I don't think it's a
You
good
do
set.
get a couple of really good figures in a cheap pack.
See, that's why we had the tier just.
So
be mid.
bad set, good remake. Do we need another tier just for this one?
Just keep making tiers.
Possibly.
Okay. Mid remake. How's that? Does that work?
Yeah.
All right.
Oh.
Okay, we got a few. I don't know if we were gonna want to bring all these up for direct comparison. One that we can go off with memory, I think at least Ford and I probably can, is the Kai's Blade Cycle and Zane's Snowmobile. I never got this one. I was always highly disappointed in it.
Yeah, I didn't get it either.
I think it strayed too far from the source material to the point where it didn't really resemble either. The Blade Cycle especially did not resemble. Zane's
you're
did
right.
not have the same ice detailing as original. It did not feel like it.
Like the Blade Cycle should be huge.
Mm-hmm.
Like it should be huge.
Now, to be fair, the Blade
right?
Cycle's not a great set. It's
No, but also it has blades on it, and they're very apparent. And this one is just kind
This
of.
looks more like
afterthought,
his
it looks
Skybound
like.
motorcycle.
I agree.
The colors aren't even right, so it's definitely a bad remake.
Not a good remake.
What's?
Not a good remake.
Oh, I'm confused.
I'd say this isn't a great set either. There's no good figures in it. The
Yeah.
lamppost is kind of neat, but
Well, I don't know. I feel like as a unit, it's fine. There's a lot to do in this set. You have two vehicles. You've got a couple pieces of terrain. I don't know what that third one is. Between the figures.
it's a pillar with fire.
No. Between Kai and the snake guy.
Oh, a box of dynamite.
Box of dynamite. Okay, so we got some like demolition stuff going on. Okay, we got pyrotechnics.
But also
We
compared
got
to what you can normally
two
get
on the
from
good guys and
Ninjago.
two on the bad guys. But it's starting to look a little bit more like Bob and Ted's Suicide Mission on Hoth. Honestly, though, it's not a bad set, but it's a bad remake of prior sets.
Okay,
That's what I'd say.
so you gonna argue for mid remake then? I feel like the Golden Dragon's better
Yeah.
than it though.
No, the dragon is not better than it.
It is as better minifigures. It is closer to the source material.
I don't know. I don't see that.
We'll put it there for now. The Blade Cycle does actually have the feature where all the blades go out to the side like the original. But I feel like at least changing out the black for red on the top would have done a lot. All right, we'll put it in mid remake. Okay, next up, we're going to talk about Jay's Stormfighter. This is another one. I'm not going to bring up the original image right now because we've got to go through some of these. This is another one I have mixed feelings on because it doesn't look like the show very much. However, it's a really cool build. I really like it as a ship.
Yeah, it's great.
I would honestly put
I like it.
probably good set, bad remake.
I guess.
Because again, what is it trying to do? It doesn't get closer to the show source material. It doesn't, fix something wrong with the old set. It's just another J jet that's only vaguely related to the original, so it's not really a good remake. But it's a good set. I enjoy the set a lot. Next up, I think we have one that is easily definable. The Cole's Earth Driller remake. This is one of the best remakes they've ever done. Do you guys remember what the original Cole's Earth Driller looked like?
Wasn't it
Oh, yeah, I remember.
It's not good.
And this one has the big forearm guy.
Yeah, it has something we've always needed.
Extra point. This just gets extra credit, yeah.
Yeah, let me bring up the original.
Yo! This thing slaps. I don't see how anything could beat this thing.
Yeah, here's the... I actually own both of these because I got this other one for absurdly cheap. The remake actually looks very close to the show in comparison.
Yeah.
Imagine just like thinking, this set, it goes so hard, let's remake it. And there's this
it's always a cool idea.
No, there's this one hyperfixated guy who's just autistic and is just dude, this is the sweetest vehicle ever. And in his brain, he invented it to be the coolest thing, and then he got to design the coolest thing with it.
This is the new one was quite a bit more at $50 compared to the original's $20. So yeah, they were working with a lot more, but it's great. It does everything right. This is what a legacy set should be. Let's talk about the Monastery Spinjitzu real quick. It's an original. I would honestly put it in mid. Because it's very thin, and it just vaguely... It looks somewhat accurate to the show, but it never felt full-bodied enough for me, which is why I bought 3 of them, and I've been wanting to make a bigger version for a long time, but haven't gotten around to it. Do we have any objections putting in mid-originals?
Put it up a little higher.
But that's the highest a mid-original can go.
Oh, right.
It's the only one we got there.
Sorry, it's hard for me to read these labels. Yeah, okay.
Okay, let me get the Earth Drillers off the screen. Let's also rate another original while we're at it. We've got the little power pack here that came with Golden Zane, a Cyrus Borg wheelchair, and some Ninjroids. This is technically an original. I'd say it's pretty good. It was a cheap way to get a new figure, even if it wasn't entirely accurate. I'd say it's a great original set. I wish they did more of these.
It's just a little battle pack?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
I liked battle packs. Apparently they didn't sell very well. That's why Twitchy Tim got the axe, but... then we're also getting another one is this little training set, which is kind of a remake of the Ninjago movie set, honestly. This one's weird. I don't know if it counts as a remake or original. I'm going to say original. I'm going to say there's really no reason for it to exist, honestly. Especially because you got these figures so many other places. It's not even like it was helpful to get them. I would put this in bad original, honestly. Any objections?
Yeah, because it's kind of a riff off of a movie set.
I'm gonna speed through the rest of the originals here.
Yes.
Ninjago City Gardens, I think that's a great set. No one can really argue that. Some of the other ones we got really like the character display. I'd even argue that's better than the Ninjago City Gardens in value. Old Town, it's TBD, but I'd say it's probably up there. Just tell me if you guys disagree with any of these. I'm also putting the Blacksmith Shop high. In fact, I'm putting it at the top because I really like the Blacksmith Shop.
I hate the blacksmith shop, actually.
Any disagreements there? No?
No.
Okay, one that's a little bit more controversial among some, but I really like is the Overlord Dragon. This is an original, we never got it. I think it's also a great original. It fills a gap that we never had. Though the gold
Yes.
we could have done without, I think it's pretty
Great.
good overall.
Perfect.
Yeah, I don't
I put it right
that's
there.
a bad thing. So good.
Let's talk about the Zane Titan mech, because this is an interesting one. It's a really good set. I love the set, but it does not represent the original at all. The original Titan mech battle came with 2 mechs. It was a much shorter mech. And this one just vaguely represents that. So I put in good set, bad remake. Any disagreement? Do you need some jogging your memory?
See, that's the problem with
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
Every set has a comparison.
Yeah.
Well, not every set, but...
I guess I assume people remember Ninjago sets as well as I do. So yeah, here's the remake. Let me find the original for you. So this is a very good Titan mech. Technically, Zane's Titan mech was the first thing called a Titan mech, but it wasn't really... no, that's the wrong one. Yeah, here we are. And I really like this original set that it had. It's just basically something almost entirely different.
Oh no, it kind of, like...
Oh, right. I
it's the
forgot it
same-
came with the Samurai X Haunted mech. Okay. Uh,
Let me crop it so we can see both the mechs side by side. That's the main thing it's remaking.
I don't know. It's a really good remake.
It is a really good
It's
set by
remake.
itself. It's just not...
Oh no.
It's not doing a better job representing the
No,
original
I think
set.
it's a good remake.
Because also,
You're thinking of the
it's
set-
way too huge for what it is in the show.
I don't care. I like huge mechs. Who
Again,
doesn't like huge mechs?
I like the set, but as a remake, for a remake, it should be...
You're just like, my lobster is too buttery, my beer is too cold.
But
Do you realize how you sound?
that's why I put it in good set, but I don't think it's a good remake because it's not really a remake. It's vaguely inspired by the original. Like, the only thing really similar is that it has the singular antenna on it.
I don't know. I think it's a pretty good remake.
The colors
It's
aren't
got
the same.
arm
The
swords,
weapons aren't the same.
It's got it's got like the color distribution.
The arm swords
it's
aren't the
got
right color.
the general shape, but it's it's got the shape down.
Also,
and it's just
it
a
does
little
not
bit
have
more
the color
realized.
distribution normal because it uses different colors. The original is gray and white, not sand blue.
I thought I said shape distribution.
Oh, you said color.
I did say color. I did say color.
It also
okay.
doesn't have the little spinny things on the shoulder, which I like.
Semantics. I think it's great.
All right, Kevin, you be the tiebreaker. Where does this one go?
I think it's pretty good.
All right. I'll put it above the coal car just to make Kevin happy, give some meaning to his life.
Thank you.
Do we want to go with an easy one or a controversial one?
I think we just had a controversial take. Let's take it back.
Okay, let's do the Ultra Dragon.
That is easy.
This is an amazing remake. It's way better than the original,
Yeah, it's
which
good.
was not a great set. Again, I'm not going to pull this one up. This one also has the heads in the right order for the show, which the original did not.
But you could fix that easily just by
You
changing
could,
that.
but also the heads are way better here. The wings are way better here. The body, it has a body.
I will.
Hear me out though.
I will say though that the heads, they are better than the originals, but they do look a little overly blocky.
They're not in person.
To me?
It's more so a picture.
No, like I've seen it in person, and to me, like they just look a little too blocky. And
I
that's
can
what keeps
understand
me
if
from
you
saying,
prefer
like,
the
it's
original one.
amazing.
But
I just think like I that's the thing. I don't prefer either of them. I kind of like what they've been doing recently, where they're using like a combination of bricks and those specialized dragon head molds.
Which I can understand, but also we're
Um,
just comparing the
I
two
think,
sets.
yeah, and I think like if they did that in the future, for an Ultra Dragon, that'd be like way better. I mean,
E-
they've kind of already done it in a way
Mhm. But still, this is an
with like
improvement on the original. The
the
wings are
logo
better, and
on them.
again, it
But as
has
an
a
improvement on
body.
the original, yeah, as an improvement on the original, perfect.
The original actually
It's
is not
pretty
a great
perfect
set
compared to
at
that.
all either.
It
So,
is awful. The original's awful.
let's do an interesting one. I don't even remember what this one's called, honestly. The Jay and Cole thing. The
The
Overlord's here for some.
Tumblr, I think.
Now, on
I
its
don't know.
own, this is a decent set. However, I never felt it was a set that needed a remake. It was already, the original's pretty cool.
Hmm.
And this one was way more expensive. Let me gather a little bit of information on... Yeah, Thunder Raider, that's the original name of the set. It was a much smaller set. It was only $30 for 334 pieces, so that was pretty good. And I think it accomplished the same thing with less pieces, which... Honestly, that's a plus to me.
But,
Yeah, Jay's mech was a little bit more, or tank was a little bit more spindly, but it was, and you could definitely argue that this is better, but the other one was also closer to the show.
but this one is cooler.
I mean, it is cool, but there's also not much of any reason to buy it, especially if you already had the original.
What if you grew up with it? It's like, man, that's just like when I was a kid.
You
but
wouldn't
better.
say that.
Yeah, you would.
No, you
That-
wouldn't, because
me
it's not.
buying Toy Story 5, the movie.
Yeah, no, you would not say that this one is just like when you were a kid, because it is not. It's very different.
Very different. Yeah.
I'm trying to actually find the price. Yeah, this also, the original one was $30. This was $50. So it's more expensive. It's not close to the show. It's not fixing anything that needed to be fixed. So again, it's not like, I would say this is a good set, but not a good remake. Disagree?
Yeah.
Because I feel like to be a good remake, you have to justify yourself as a remake. You can't just be you can't even just be of the same quality. You got to be better, or you're not adding anything to the theme. Lloyd's Buggy. This is a remake of a set. This is another like smaller remake.
Unnecessary.
I would say it's unnecessary. I don't think it's better or worse, honestly. It's cheaper, and I do like cheaper. The original set was not, like, beloved either, so I'd probably put it in mid. Disagree?
I don't know. It's pretty
Yeah,
good.
I'd agree.
Alright. Let's talk about another ship. Kai Flyer. This is another interesting one because this is a very... I bought this for, like, really cheap on Facebook Marketplace. In, like, a broken up package. And I liked it way better than I thought it would. It is a better ship than the original. However, does that make it a good remake? Because it's not closer to the show. It is quite a bit more expensive, and it didn't come with like any interesting minifigures or anything.
And it also had this weird function where you can dip the cockpit down for some reason.
It actually looks really cool like that. Kevin, you can see it right there. You can pick it up if you want it, because I've got it on the floor at the moment.
Floor
I acknowledge that it looks cool, but like, do we need it?
Oh my gosh, it bends.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. We need that function. I think it makes a better set than the original Kai Flyer. I think,
Do you
but
need it?
you don't
Necessary?
really need. It's not at all necessary. So I would say it's probably a good set, bad remake. Also, apparently that one of the shoulder pads was supposed to be Cryptor, and I only found this out like in doing research for the new Kai car. Like, and that's a pathetic Cryptor, and that makes me mad as well. So for that, it's going below the J. Again, if you got it for cheap, like I did, I don't think it's a bad set whatsoever. If you want to get the cost of it real quick, it was $40 on release for 513 pieces. That wasn't bad. If you got it for 20, like I did, then it's definitely worth it. Let's go for another. I think should be a shoe-in. The Destiny Bounty. This is League. I don't think can anyone argue that the original even holds a candle to this one.
There's no way you can argue.
Ford, do you want to make an argument for the original versus this one?
No.
So accurate.
Yeah,
Not really.
This one is like, you have this one out and people would recognize it as the Destiny Bounty from the show. You have the original out and they're not.
This is a fantastic set.
I'd say, yeah, it's one of the best remakes that they've done.
Yeah.
There's a few more controversial ones in here. Let's talk. We already talked about the new Titan mech in here. Where do we say about the new Lloyd's Titan mech? Is that a good remake? I would argue no. I think it's a fine set, but I don't think it's as good as the original.
It
Lloyd's
doesn't
Titan.
capture the same vibe.
It doesn't have the wings, you know. Plus, it's stupid expensive too. I
don't even care about the wings. It needs the wings. If it doesn't have the wings, it's not Lloyd's Titan mech.
Technically, the shield turns and wings, but they're not transparent.
Yeah, it's not the same. Like, I get why they wouldn't be transparent, I guess, because they're trying to make it more in keeping with the others. But even then, it doesn't even have.
I would have rather
shape.
the others just had transparent added, honestly.
The Lloyd's Titan mech, it has this kind of the wings have this kind of like ethereal presence.
It's cool. It's like actually one of my all-time favorite sets.
Yeah, and they almost look like kind of like a feathered collar look, almost. And I know they did the wings with Cole's mech.
I'm gonna put it above some of these other just because.
So there's a way that they could have done it where it was like that.
It has better minifigures.
Didn't do that.
Yeah, they really could have. So I'm gonna put it high because it has better minifigures, and I do think it's a very fun looking build. Like if we never got a Titan mech before, this would be awesome. But it's not a good remake. It's just a good set.
No.
Maybe an expensive set, and I do think the shield kind of needlessly adds $30 to the set, basically. But they need to learn how to slim their builds down a little bit. This is getting ridiculous. Oh, what do we think about the Kai car?
Kai car.
Which one?
The new one. I feel like it was made for this tier.
I don't think it looks bad.
I don't think it looks bad,
but
does it look $90 though?
Yeah.
No.
I think that makes it a bad set.
Absolutely not.
Here's one I think you guys will probably remember enough from memory that I don't need to pull up a picture of the original. The Ultrasonic Raider remake. I hate this remake. I don't even think it's a great set. It was overpriced. It doesn't look good. It's better than the Kai car, but that Zane minifigure is so expensive now because of this set. No one wanted this set. I bought the Zane minifigure separate. I think it's the only one I bought separate. I just got to bring up the price for this one because I remember it being ridiculous. $80 for 725 pieces. That Slithera is actually harder to get because he's only in this set. Or is it Mesmo? I think it's Mesmo. He's only in this set and the Temple of Celebration Christmas employee-only gift. So he's one of the only snakes I don't have. I've got to get him still. But yeah, this doesn't look like the original. It doesn't have the same vibes as the original. It's not good. The price seems... It's not a great price for a piece at $80, $725. I don't know. Is this better or worse than the Kai car?
I'd say it's better.
I would too.
You know, not just because it's got a lot more going on.
It's got more minifigures.
For it. No, not even necessarily that.
All the golden weapons.
At least it's at least it's functional, but without like adding so much that it's useless.
Yeah, it's definitely a bad remake. The Ultra
Yeah,
Stealth
yeah,
Raider
but
was
at
a
least
much
like
better remake.
it's a bad remake, but at least it does the same things competently and without overdoing it,
We do have a
like
question in the chat
the
if I
Charger.
think the new Titan mech or the transforming mech jet is better. I would probably have to go with the transforming mech jet because I think it's a cooler new concept. I didn't get it, unfortunately, because there's too many other sets, but I did think that was a really neat concept. Okay, we've got a few left here, and some of them are interesting categories. Let's knock out the only other one we already talked about on this episode. The original remake of the Kai car. I don't know if I'd call it a bad remake necessarily, but it is more expensive and I feel like it provides less. So probably a bad remake. It's a fine set though, it's not offensive.
And the
So
function doesn't even work very well.
probably mid.
Hmm.
I like it better than the buggy.
Yeah. Buggy.
And it did come with better minifigures. It came with the golden coal, so take that for what it's worth.
Yeah, I think that's fine.
The next few I think we are actually warrant a little bit more discussion. We'll start out with actually another one of my favorite ones, which is the golden mech. So the Temple of Light was technically the remake of the set, but it gets rid of the temple and just adds the mech. And this is a really cool mech. This is actually one of my favorite. I think it's a great size. It's got full articulation. The little hat thing works good. How they add the little touches of red actually works really, really well on the set. I'm pulling up the pricing info because I lost that on my sheet before. Was this a 2019 one? Didn't think so. Definitely not. Also, 2019, the first Legacy wave was when the Titan mech came out, Lloyd's Titan mech. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah, the gold mech. So this is $40, 489 pieces. That is a fantastic value. It came with Legacy Wu, with the only time I think he ever came with the proper color staff, like more of the beige color staff.
Really?
Legacy General Kozu, which is actually pretty lame because he's not all red. You got golden lights. The minifigures, well, not accurate. You at least got a good spread. And you got another Stone Warrior. I'm gonna have to build up a picture of the Temple of Light in comparison because I think it's warranted. So we'll use this picture because it shows you the whole temple. I actually never knew the temple closed, and I actually think it makes it look like a much better set when it is closed. I actually only got one set from the entire final battle wave, and that was a golden dragon. But yeah, comparing it to the original set, one thing you could say, I guess, is the original is a little bit more golden, but the construction is way worse on it. Like, the arms are really chunky, the knees don't articulate, there's these weird gaps in the legs. The only thing you could argue is maybe that centerpiece on the remake should have been gold instead of white. But even the hilt of the sword, strangely, is silver instead of...
I think it's a good remake.
I also want to talk about the price for the Temple of Light. Which, of course, that one comes with, like, Garmadon and... Actually, that's about all it comes with different, is it comes with Garmadon, one more Stone Warrior, so even that... It's not... Temple of Light's also not accurate to the show. It's just not an amazing set. You're not missing out on much if you don't own it. And that set was $70 at release for 565 pieces. So that was a bad price for part ratio with a worse set. This set actually might make it one of the best things a remake can do. It does more with less. I put it pretty high, honestly. I'd almost... not quite as high as the Bounty, because the Bounty really, really doesn't glow up. You could get by with the old golden mech. But this definitely breathes new life into that set. Okay, now we've got some interesting ones. This is a remake. I'm trying to remember the exact name. It's a Tournament of Elements set. Yeah, okay, it's just called Tournament of Elements. That's why I couldn't remember.
Yeah.
Just talking about the set on its own first. There we go. Let's get the golden mechs out of the way. So, this has a fantastic minifigure spread with 3 new elemental masters we hadn't gotten yet before and a golden Lloyd that's exclusive to this set. That's a tremendous value.
Yeah,
For $30.
I think the set, as a unit is pretty neat.
And again, $30.
I also like the way that they hide some of the jade blades in this set. Like there's one in like one of the vases. That's
I will
really
say
neat.
the jade blade piece in just regular green instead of transparent green is not as cool. The original set it's based off of also is not a bad set.
No, they're not transparent green.
They're not. No,
in
they're
the new set.
They're not.
They're solid green.
Yeah, and I don't think that's as good as the original transparent green.
I don't know. I think it's fine.
The original one,
I think it works for
actually is close to what it was in the show. It's not awful.
No, I know that.
But the original is also only $5 less. You have one less elemental master, no exclusive minifigure. The build is not as good. Also, Klaus's spellbook came with the new one, which is never before, released. They just pack so much, like, actual fan service into this set. And it has more of a vibe of the original Tournament of Elements than the set for that wave had.
And it came, like, the original, it had some elemental masters, that were new.
Yeah, the original is not at all a bad set.
Bigger characters, but the new one has, like, ones that were obscure and never going to be characters, so that's pretty neat.
So yeah, I would say this is a great remake. It's not as great of a set as some of the others, perhaps, but the minifigures are what sell it. And again, if you had to choose between the two, and you wanted something representing Tournament of Elements, you would totally choose this over the original Dojo Showdown set. We'll stick with Tournament of Elements here and move on to Cole's Boulder Blaster. A set I've always very much appreciated. This one also came with Golden Kai. That's probably the only minifigure of note in this one.
I dug this one out recently. Holds up.
Yeah, did you have the original Boulder Blaster?
No, I got this one though.
Okay, I didn't have the original Boulder Blaster either, so I can't give a in-depth comparison between the two.
Yeah, this is a nice set.
The original is not bad at all.
No, and it's all doing the same thing, right?
I would say the newer one is sleeker, definitely. It's definitely a better model build. Though I do like some elements of the original. I like the gears and the tubes. I think I like the brown more than the sand green on the front. I do think the front might look a little bit better on this original one. But the body looks better on the Legacy version.
They're both.
I mean, like, how much cooler can you make a Gatling gun jet?
Mm-hmm.
Like,
the wings also feel a little bit better than that sticker shiny piece. So, it's definitely a good remake. I think it's also warranted because I missed out on it, so I feel like there's some value to it. It had a golden minifigure, so that had some value as well.
Yeah.
Only thing I want to double check, the originals was priced at $30 for 236 pieces. That wasn't great. And the remake was priced at $40 for $449, so that was a better price per piece ratio as
Very
well.
fair deal.
You get more for what you paid for just a little bit more. I would say this is a good remake, that it definitely is a replacement for the original. And they both of them vaguely resemble the show enough that there's not a big difference between them. So I'm not going to put it as high as the Dojo one, just because I think that one provided a better niche, and neither of these were needed necessarily. Like the old Boulder Blaster was still fine if you wanted a Boulder Blaster, but it does improve on it. All right, we only have one more, and then this is interesting to define which it's a remake of, because again, it's a remake of part of a set.
Okay.
This is the Fire Dragon Attack. It was $50 for 563 pieces. Now, I've heard on the X Spheres and a lot of people don't like this set. I wasn't a fan of it when I first saw it, but no, I own it, and I actually really like this set.
I own it too, and at first I did like it, but then I realized that the arms are not strong enough to hold themselves up.
I've not had this issue.
Yeah, maybe it's just my copy. But the wings don't stay out.
Yeah,
and
I do.
The arms, I guess the click joints, they just lost their friction.
Now that has happened to me with some of my newer dragons. The click joints do sometimes have issues. I do think that can vary set to set, 'cause I didn't have that issue.
Yeah.
I know people complained about the posability. I've actually found it very posable, especially if you want to have it landing on rooftops and stuff. It works really well. I'm not gonna say it's an amazing set, one of the best dragons ever, but I quite enjoy it, and I like the cloth wings.
It's got a neat shape to it. I do like it, really. I do, but it's just not a good set. With those flaws in mind.
I'd say it's not a perfect set. I wouldn't say it's not a good set. I'm trying to get the... So the price also is 563 pieces, $50, 4 minifigures. Only one of them really being anything you care about, that being the Nia Golden one. Remember, there was originally going to be a Fire Temple Legacy set. I wonder if this was pulled from that, or if it's something entirely different. I am trying to grab a picture. There's not very many good, high-quality pictures of the Fire Temple readily available. So yeah, obviously this is pulling from the Fire Temple, which is Ninjago's first really big set. Which, honestly, you'd think the Fire Temple is more important for being the really big set of the first wave, but it's actually not.
It's actually just a gateway to hell.
This is a $120 set. Some people, I think, feel like this is bigger, but then you gotta remember, these were flimsy, hollow facades. You did have the dragon, you had the split function, that's cool and all. I actually would rather get the new Titan mech for $120 than this, though. So it's really hard to compare the value. It was just 1,174 pieces, so not a great price per piece, but not a horrible one. And you also got Garmadon and Samukai and Kai DX, Wu, Nia. So you got a lot of really good figures. But I guess we can only really compare the dragon to the dragon, and not so much the cost. They both do the job, honestly. So, I can't... It depends. The new head, I always thought it looked way too small, but it works when you're on this set. There's some charm to the old original.
I think for this one, it's just your mileage may vary. I think that's what it is for this one.
I'd say putting it in mid-remake is fair.
Alright.
I don't think it has as much value as the Golden Dragon, just because there's no new figures we were lacking. I think that's all of the Legacy sets. I don't think I missed anything. So that is our tier list. As always, I will upload a copy of this to the BCC Crew Discord server. And I'll also link this tier list. If you want to make your own, you can join using a link in the description below to get that. And, yep, posted now in the general chat. So, you go feel free to make your own Ninjago Legacy tier list. Yeah, you can even use different categories. I know we kind of just slapped these together. There we go. And while you're at it, you can go ahead and follow us on X. We usually send out an X when we're going to live stream that night, but the Discord server is the better way to really know when the show is happening. We're at a little bit of a variable schedule right now, but usually Thursday or Friday nights around 9:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can catch us every week. Also, be sure to like, subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell, and leave a comment. All of that helps us stay relevant in the ever-changing YouTube algorithms. And that's about it. I guess that's all the plugs we've got to do. So, wait, there we go. So, for Ford, Valeris, and myself, LQ, we thank you for listening, and we'll see you on the next episode. That one did pretty good in the live chat.